All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, now for a group of faith leaders, we're going to do a little better with the greetings with the good evening. We're gonna try that again. Here we go. Let's let me clear my throat. All right, now good evening, everyone. That's what I'm talking about. I want to thank you all for coming out this evening. My name is Paul Thompson. I've been the one that's been emailing with many of you, and I am. It is my pleasure to serve as the Director of Constituent Services and Community Partnerships for County Executive Dr. Calvin Ball. It's a long title, right? It essentially means I answer Dr. Ball's phones and make sure that he sees people. But I think as long as we're on titles, the most important title I own is Nikki's husband and Avery and Austin's father. And so I am pleased to welcome you all tonight. The young man who was a mentor of mine in the ministry, who licensed me to minister, once told me, to do this work, you have to either be called or crazy. And I'll let you all figure out which one of those I am. But it is my pleasure to serve alongside someone who understands what it means to serve, understands what it means to lead, and understands what it means to step up to the challenge and to build relationships. So I'm thankful for your time here. I want to recognize any of the elected official offices that we have here. I know we have representatives from Senator Hester's office. Thank you so much. We also have representation from Congressman Elfreth's office. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're so grateful. You could have been anywhere in the world, right? But you're here with us. So now, without further ado, because none of you came to hear my action plan, I am here to bring up one of my favorite people, a visionary leader, County Executive Dr. Calvin Ball, please.
Thank you so much, Paul. Paul is very humble, but he is a very good man who helps ensure, as he noted, that people are seen, they're heard, and that they know that we lead with love. Good evening, family. It's an honor to welcome you here tonight, not only as your county executive, but as your friend and as your neighbor. I know that what makes Howard County a premier county beyond our schools, our economy, and so much more is the people. The people who feed the hungry, who shelter the homeless, the people who counsel those who are hurting, and those who provide faith and hope. When many are celebrating their greatest joys or walking through their deepest moments of sorrow, it is our faith community who stands at the forefront and stands with them. As we have seen time and time again, when the storms have come, be it floods, the pandemic, or times of unrest and uncertainty, it has been our churches, our synagogues, our mosques, our temples that have been the first to open their doors to help. When I first became your county executive, it was imperative to me to ensure that our residents, businesses, and families felt and experienced a true sense of belonging. In a world where division, hate, and bias too often fill the headlines, I know that it requires continuous effort to combat those ills. Belonging must be nurtured. Sadly, since the terror, turmoil, and despair in the Middle East has escalated in recent years, we have seen increased hatred, fear, and sadness across our world, and frankly, here at home. We hear it from our neighbors, a child who hears slurs at school, a family with a brick thrown through their living room window, a congregation who finds their house of worship defaced, and a community too often left feeling unsafe. To deter potential acts of violence and hate crimes across so many in our communities, our nonprofits, our faith-based organizations, 2 years ago, I unveiled our nonprofit and faith-based security grant program, the first of its kind right here in Howard County. This powerful program supported your organizations with costs associated with enhancing security operations and safety infrastructure, and since then, we have awarded nearly $1 million to approximately 40 nonprofit and faith-based institutions across Howard County to bolster their security infrastructure and operations and help all those who you serve feel safer. No matter your faith or where you reside in Howard County, every one of us should be able to worship freely and safely. And I stand firm that we cannot and we will not allow hate to define who we are. An African proverb notes, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Too often, our faith institutions and county government have worked toward the same goals, but in silos. We want to go farther together. To help support our faith-based community and build bridges between our various faith institutions and our local government, we established the Howard County's first ever Interfaith Advisory Council in 2024. A work group comprised of esteemed faith leaders across our county, including imams, rabbis, pastors, priests, and lay leaders, came together to answer one question: how can Howard County and our faith leaders work hand in hand to heal our community? During the last 18 months, this council tackled tough questions, uplifted tough truths, and dedicated themselves to the tough yet important work of building a more inclusive, compassionate, and understanding Howard County. Together, this council addressed social and community issues while also assisting at-risk populations who are suffering from homelessness, addiction, mental health challenges, domestic violence, food insecurity, poverty, and more. If you served on our inaugural Interfaith Advisory Council, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your time, your treasure, your dedication, your efforts, and your love to enhance the quality of life for all of our residents. This team produced a thoughtful, powerful set of recommendations which will serve as our roadmap for moving forward, farther together. Tonight, I'm excited to unveil our Interfaith Action Plan, our comprehensive vision for how Howard County and our faith partners will work together to serve every one of our residents. The first pillar of our Interfaith Action Plan is health and wholeness. Today, I'm inviting our faith communities to join us on the front lines of health. Just last month, we established the Howard County Provider Forum to bring together hospitals, private providers, payers, behavioral health leaders, and community partners. Our goal? To build a coordinated effort to expand access to care and improve health outcomes, breaking apart disparities that too many of us have seen. Together, we can leverage this network of expertise and resources to bring free screenings directly into congregations, diabetes checks, blood pressure screenings, cancer screenings and education, mental health resources, and wellness education. But health is not only physical. Too often, the greatest stigma we face is our mental health. That's why we want to partner with our faith institutions, partner with you, to help us launch Interfaith Mental Health First Aid Teams. Just like CPR can save a life, mental health first aid can save a life too. We want to equip members of every congregation to recognize warning signs, reduce stigma, and connect neighbors to crisis services. Our vision is that every congregation in Howard County can host at least one health outreach event each year. From screenings to wellness fairs, and to train members in mental health first aid so help is always close at hand. Places where wellness fairs happen in fellowship halls, where youth groups talk openly about mental health, where volunteers distribute information about screenings and services, are places where we can save lives. Because at the end of the day, wholeness is not just the absence of disease, it is the presence of dignity And together, we can make Howard County one of the healthiest counties in our nation and one of the most compassionate. Further, it's incredibly important that every person has a place where they belong and can call home. Just yesterday, I joined Governor Moore and Secretary Day at the Legacy at Twin Rivers as he signed an executive order moving our state forward for affordable housing. And some of you were there. When we provide stable housing, we strengthen educational outcomes, support for small businesses, and create the very fabric of our community, the tapestry that we will be able to enjoy for the rest of our lives. And that's why during the last several years, we have made historic investments and embraced bold partnerships to expand affordable housing in Howard County. In 2023, we launched the Housing Opportunities Are Meant for Everyone, or HOME initiative. HOME expands rental assistance for families experiencing homelessness, supports students and seniors, and makes homes more accessible for people with disabilities. Already, more than 350 of our neighbors have been housed through HOME, including approximately 120 of our public school students experiencing homelessness. Building on that momentum, in 2024, we launched Opportunities for Wealth Building Now, or OWN, to expand home ownership. And since then, nearly 100 families have purchased a home through our down payment assistance program, and more than 500 families are building equity through our moderate income housing unit program. Together, these initiatives reflect our belief that housing is a foundation of equity, a foundation of opportunity. From affordable rentals to first-time home ownership, from supportive housing to rehabilitation programs, we are addressing every stage of the housing continuum. But government alone cannot solve the housing crisis. We need partners, and time again, our faith communities have been those partners. We know there is dire need for the creation of more affordable housing in Howard County. Across the nation, faith communities are transforming unused land into affordable housing through initiatives like Yes in God's Backyard. Underutilized parking lots are being transformed into mixed-income communities. Empty fields are becoming homes for teachers, for seniors, for working families, for people with disabilities. For those with available land, our vision is for congregations to partner with Howard County in creating new, affordable, and supportive housing that is co-located on church land. Many of our faith partners opened your sanctuaries in the past to be cold weather shelters. You did it because you knew no one should ever have to sleep outside in the cold. You did it because every tradition represented in this room teaches us to care for the vulnerable, to shelter the stranger, to welcome our neighbors in need. Our vision is that congregations once again open your doors for cold weather shelter so that no one in Howard County has to sleep outside. This year, Howard County is preparing to break ground on our new non-congregate shelter to house families. We intend to partner with the faith community to help provide services and meals to families in need. And together we can show that when faith and government work side by side, everyone has a chance to belong, a chance to thrive. Everyone has a chance to come home. Belonging is also about connection. It's about making sure every resident can get to where they need to go, whether it be school, worship, to work, a doctor's appointment, or just to connect with family. That's why Howard County continues to invest in expanding transportation options. And through our nationally recognized Complete Streets policy, new microtransit service along the Route 1 corridor, and upcoming Flash Bus Rapid Transit along Route 29, we're working to ensure that safe, reliable, and affordable transportation is available to all. We envision partnering with our faith communities so that every congregation can help their members access these services. Whether it's helping a senior to get to worship, connecting a young person to their first job, Transportation is not just about moving people. It's about creating opportunities, reducing isolation, and weaving together the fabric of our community. Furthermore, it's important for us to take care of the home around us, our world. Stewardship is a universal value, and caring for our environment binds us across faiths and across generations. That's why tonight I'm asking you to join us in creating a Faith and Climate Resilience Alliance right here in Howard County. Imagine every congregation leading a green ministry, educating members on conservation, advocating for renewable energy, and modeling what it means to live as caretakers of creation. We also know that faith communities are facing the same rising energy costs experienced by many households. In Howard County, we have made significant progress to expand renewable energy generation through solar, marking significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Our faith community plays a vital role in this effort, which enhances our environment and saves money. Through our Office of Community Sustainability, Howard County has partnered with faith institutions to advance pollution and carbon reduction projects, setting an example of what clean energy can do for our entire county. We remain a ready partner with the faith community on additional efforts to expand clean energy generation in Howard County, including through solar. And finally, our vision is to partner with our faith community to use underutilized land for tree planting, forest canopy, and vegetable areas and gardens that support food access countywide. Already, we have partnered with faith institutions such as the Holy Trinity Russian Orthodox Church in Elkridge to preserve 62 acres of land, including 45 acres of forest. Together, through renewable energy, green ministry, and faith-led housing, we can model stewardship and sustainability for generations to come. One of the more powerful ways we can change lives is also by equipping our residents with the knowledge, the tools, and the opportunities to thrive. That's why we launched our Community Ambassador Program in 2023, a simple but transformative model where trusted neighbors are trained to guide residents to housing, healthcare, human services, workforce programs, recreation, and public safety resources. Far too often, the problem isn't that services don't exist. Instead, many people just don't know how to find them or don't feel comfortable just asking for help. Our community ambassadors stand in that gap, connecting their neighbors to what's available. Our vision is to grow this program so that every congregation has ambassadors in your halls. These are trusted people of faith who can be a bridge between county government and community members who need help. At the heart of our collective work is making our community better for our current and future generations, as well as those whose shoulders on which we stand. Studies have shown that our young people are struggling. We have done a lot to help, but they need more help. It's what makes programs like our Summer Youth Employment Program imperative. When I became county executive in 2018, just 13 students participated with 6 work sites. Today, 2025, we have grown it to 300 of our young people placed in 65 work sites across our county. We've seen students who once thought no one would hire them become leaders in their workplaces. We've seen small businesses, hospitals, nonprofits gain energy and innovation from these young people. And tonight I'm asking our faith communities to also step into this effort. With your help, we can brighten the lives of even more of our young people, showing them that Howard County believes in their potential. Howard County believes in them. We must continue to work to ensure our young people feel seen, feel heard, feel valued, feel that they can have and create brighter tomorrows. That's why part of our Interfaith Action Plan is launching an Interfaith Youth Community Core, a place where young people from every tradition can come together not as strangers, but as neighbors. It's a place where young people can sit in circles of dialogue, asking honest questions and realizing that what they share is so much greater than what divides them. In those moments, they won't just be learning about one another's faiths. They'll be living out the values that all of our traditions hold dear: compassion, justice, service, and love for thy neighbor. This core will build on our efforts through our Youth Engagement Programming Initiative, or YEP, and our Youth Engagement Strategies, or YES Council. In fact, since its launch in 2023, Howard County has invested more than $2 million, that's a big difference, in nearly 40 programs. And since 2023, we've reached more than 13,000 of our young people, including more than 3,000 young people this year alone. And there's more that we can do together. This past summer, our Department of Recreation and Parks launched a series of teen kickbacks, safe, positive spaces where hundreds of young people came together for fun, for music, for sports, and for connection. These teen kickbacks redirect energy into building community and keep our youth positively engaged. And we're asking our faith communities to join us in that effort, to partner with our Department of Recreation and Parks to host, to volunteer, to mentor, to open your doors and open your hearts to the next generation. Our children, they're watching. And they are preparing to tell tomorrow the story that we all write together today. Let's give them a story to carry to future generations, one of friendship across differences, one of building together instead of tearing apart. Let's give them a story of hope. That is how we shape the next generation of leaders. And these action items are just the tip of the iceberg, because here is the truth. These are big initiatives that require us to meet the magic in a moment in a more permanent way. To cement these efforts into our county's history tonight, I'm thrilled to announce that I will be introducing legislation to establish Howard County's permanent Interfaith Advisory Commission. This permanent commission will be a lasting table where faith leaders and county government will sit side by side, year after year, to strengthen our community together and demonstrate what happens when government doesn't just listen to faith communities, but truly partners with them. This reimagined Interfaith Advisory Council will build programs, host events, collect data, and drive change, bringing people together. Robert Ingersoll once said, "We rise by lifting others." When we feed the hungry, house the homeless, care for the sick, and uplift the marginalized, we are not just performing charity, we are fulfilling a sacred obligation shared across our faiths. We have the chance to demonstrate the power of faith and government in working hand in hand, reigniting the flames of hope that too often are extinguished, to support every one of our neighbors. Together, we will break down the silos, we will heal the divides, and we will be the beacon of light that this moment doesn't just call for, this moment demands. May God bless this work. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ball. Thank you so much to all of you. As Dr. Ball said, the reason why you all were asked to be here tonight is because we can't do this by ourselves. Too often we've been sitting in silos trying to aim at the same target. But I think we can prove to this region and to this nation that we are better together, and it starts with the people in this room. And so this work is challenging. It's big work, right? But we came into this for the work. And so we're happy to stand with you. I am here. That concludes what we have for tonight. I know you all have questions. There are a lot of moving parts in logistics. I again, just really quickly before we leave, just want to thank the Interfaith Advisory Council for all of the work that they did throughout that 18 months. Could you just stand one more time if you were a member of that council, just to be recognized once more? You all did the work. You know, you stepped up to the plate, and we're all the better for it. So I know that you all are here. I am here to answer any questions that you may have moving forward. County Executive, thank you so much for your vision, for your time, for your leadership. And thank you all for your time and your talent and your treasure, as the County Executive would say this evening. Thank you all so much for coming.